Welcome back to our channel Rare Coins, all world coin collectors and treasure hunters. Have you ever thought that a simple penny could be worth a life-changing amount of money? Well, today, we're going to talk about a fascinating coin, the 1949 wheat penny with a mint mark. This is not just any penny, it's a hidden gem in the world of coin collecting, and if you have the right one, it could be worth an incredible amount. Stay with us until the end, where we will reveal just how valuable this little coin can be. The 1949 wheat penny belongs to the famous Lincoln cent series, first introduced in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln. This design was the first time a U.S. coin featured a real historical figure, and it quickly became one of the most collected coins in American history. The reverse of the coin features the iconic wheat stalks, symbolizing prosperity and the nation's agricultural roots. These coins were produced for decades, but some years and mint marks hold much greater value than others. Now, let's talk about the mint marks and what they mean. In 1949, these pennies were minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The mint mark, which can be found just below the year on the obverse side of the coin, identifies where it was made. If you see a D, that means it was minted in Denver. An S indicates it was minted in San Francisco, and if there is no mint mark, it came from the Philadelphia Mint. While millions of these coins were produced, only a small fraction remain in exceptional condition, making them highly sought after by collectors. When it comes to determining the value of a coin, condition is everything. Coins are graded on a scale from heavily worn to uncirculated, with the highest grades fetching the most money. A 1949 wheat penny that has been in circulation for decades might only be worth a few cents. However, if you find one that has been carefully preserved, with its original luster and minimal signs of wear, its value increases significantly. Even more exciting, some 1949 wheat pennies have rare errors that make them incredibly valuable. These could include double die errors, where the lettering or design appears slightly duplicated, or off-center strikes that occurred during the minting process. Other possible errors include clipped planchets, die cracks, or even coins struck on the wrong type of metal. These mistakes make certain coins one of a kind, driving collectors to pay top dollar for them. So, how much is this seemingly ordinary penny actually worth? If you have a 1949 wheat penny in average condition, it may only be worth its face value or slightly more. However, if you are lucky enough to own one in pristine, uncirculated condition, or even better, one with a rare minting error, its value skyrockets. Some of the rarest examples have been known to sell at auctions for an astonishing $45,000. That's right, just one small penny could be worth a fortune. So, if you ever come across an old wheat penny, don't dismiss it too quickly. It could be hiding in your pocket change, tucked away in an old jar, or even passed down from a family member. Always check the date, the mint mark, and the condition, because you never know when you might have a valuable piece of history right in your hands. Today, we're diving into the fascinating story of the 1945 wheat penny with a mint mark. This coin, often overlooked in pocket change, holds a hidden value that could leave you speechless. Stick around until the end, where we will reveal just how much this rare penny could be worth if you have the right one. The 1945 wheat penny is part of the iconic Lincoln cent series, which has been cherished by collectors for generations. This series, first introduced in 1909 to honor Abraham Lincoln, replaced the Indian head cent and became one of the most recognized coins in American history. The 1945 edition was minted just as World War II was coming to an end, making it a coin that carries historical significance. During this time, the United States was focused on rebuilding and moving forward from the war, and coins like this one played a role in everyday transactions. Witnessing history firsthand, the design of this penny is truly special. On the obverse, we see the timeless portrait of Abraham Lincoln, a symbol of leadership and resilience. Above his head, the words, "In God We Trust," are boldly inscribed, a motto that has stood the test of time. To the left of Lincoln is the word "Liberty," and to the right, the year 1945, with a mint mark just below it, either a small D for Denver or an S for San Francisco. If there is no mint mark, that means it was minted in Philadelphia. On the reverse side, the classic wheat ears frame the words 1 cent and United States of America. This simple yet elegant design, created by Victor D. Brenner, symbolizes prosperity and unity, reflecting the nation's strength during a crucial moment in history. These wheat pennies were widely used in commerce, but finding one in excellent condition today is becoming increasingly difficult, which is why they have become so valuable among collectors. Now, let's talk about what makes some 1945 wheat pennies extremely valuable. First, condition plays a major role in determining a coin's worth. A heavily worn penny that has been in circulation for decades might only be worth its face value. However, a well-preserved, uncirculated coin with its original shine can fetch a much higher price. Collectors are always searching for coins in pristine condition, and these rare gems command top dollar at auctions. Another factor that can drastically increase the value of a 1945 wheat penny is mint errors. Some of the most sought-after errors include double die obverse, where the inscriptions appear slightly duplicated due to a misalignment during minting, and off-center strikes, which result in part of the design being missing. Other errors include repunched mint marks, die cracks, and even coins struck on the wrong metal planchet. These unique mistakes make certain pennies one-of-a-kind, increasing their desirability and value. So, how much could your 1945 wheat penny be worth? If you have one in average condition, it might be worth just a few cents to a couple of dollars. However, if you're lucky enough to own one in top-grade, uncirculated condition, or even better, one with a rare minting error, its value can be astonishing. Some of the rarest examples have been sold at auctions for an incredible $47,000, that's right, something as small as a penny could be worth a fortune. So before you dismiss that old jar of coins sitting in your attic, take a closer look. You might be holding a rare treasure without even realizing it. Always check the date, the mint mark, and the condition of your coins, because you never know when you might come across a valuable piece of history. Today, we're uncovering the hidden value of the 1953 wheat penny with a mint mark. This little coin, often found in old piggy banks or forgotten collections, might just be a fortune waiting to be discovered. Make sure to stay with us until the end because we'll reveal just how much this rare penny could be worth today. The Lincoln Wheat Penny series is one of the most iconic coin series in American history. It was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, replacing the Indian head cent designed by Victor D. Brenner. This coin became an instant favorite among collectors and the general public. The 1953 edition, in particular, was minted in the years following World War II, during a period of great economic and technological advancements in the United States. This penny not only served as currency but also as a symbol of the country's resilience and progress during the post-war era. Now, let's take a closer look at the design of this fascinating coin. On the obverse side, you'll find the famous portrait of Abraham Lincoln, a figure representing strength and leadership. Above his head, the words, "In God We Trust," are clearly inscribed. To the left of Lincoln is the word "Liberty," and to the right, the year 1953, followed by a small mint mark just below it. If you see a D, it means the coin was minted in Denver, while an S indicates the San Francisco Mint. If there's no mint mark, it was produced in Philadelphia. Flipping the coin over, we see the traditional wheat ears on both sides, framing the words 1 cent and United States of America. Below this, the phrase E pluribus unum is also engraved, meaning out of many, one, which reflects the unity of the nation. This classic design was in circulation for over 50 years before being replaced by the Lincoln Memorial Cent in 1959. Now, let's talk about what makes the 1953 wheat penny so valuable. The first and most important factor is its condition. A well-worn penny that has been used in transactions for decades may only be worth a few cents or a couple of dollars. However, an uncirculated penny, one that has been carefully preserved with its original luster, can be worth significantly more. Collectors are always on the lookout for high-grade coins that show little to no signs of wear, as these command the highest prices in the market. another major factor that can dramatically increase a penny's value is mint errors. Some 1953 wheat pennies were struck with errors that make them unique and highly sought after. One of the most popular errors is the double die obverse, where certain details, like the date or lettering, appear slightly duplicated. There are also off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and repunched mint marks that add to a coin's rarity. These mistakes occurred during the minting process, making each error coin one of a kind. Collectors love these rare variations, and they often fetch high prices at auctions. Now, the big question: how much could your 1953 wheat penny be worth? If you have a standard circulated penny, it may be worth only a small premium over face value. However, if you're lucky enough to own a high-grade, uncirculated penny, or even better, one with a rare mint error, its value could be extraordinary. Some of the rarest examples of this coin have been sold for an astonishing $49,000, yes, you heard that right. A single penny could be worth a life-changing amount of money. So before you overlook that old jar of coins sitting in your house, take a closer look. You never know, you might be holding a hidden treasure. Check the date, the mint mark, and most importantly, the condition of your pennies. They could be worth far more than you ever imagined. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of rare coins, and in this video, we'll explore the hidden value of the 1954 wheat penny with a mint mark. This small yet historic coin could be sitting unnoticed in your collection, waiting to be discovered. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why some of these pennies are worth an incredible amount of money. So stick around, because we're about to uncover the secrets behind this valuable coin. The Lincoln Wheat Penny series, first introduced in 1909, holds a special place in American history. Designed by Victor D. Brenner, these pennies were minted to honor President Abraham Lincoln, making them the first U.S. coins to feature a real historical figure. By 1954, the wheat penny had already been in circulation for decades, witnessing post-war economic recovery, technological advancements, and changing times in the United States. This particular year's penny is an important piece of numismatic history and remains highly collectible today. Let's break down the design of this remarkable coin. On the obverse, we see the legendary portrait of Abraham Lincoln facing right. Above his head, the words, "In God We Trust," are prominently displayed. To the left, we find "Liberty," and to the right, the date, 1954, along with a small mint mark below it. If the coin has a D, it was minted in Denver, while an S represents the San Francisco Mint. If no mint mark is present, it means the penny was struck in Philadelphia. Turning the coin over, we see the classic wheat ears on both sides, framing the words 1 cent and United States of America. Just above, the Latin phrase E pluribus unum is inscribed, meaning out of many, one, symbolizing the unity of the nation. This timeless design was in circulation until 1958 before being replaced by the Lincoln Memorial reverse in 1959. Now, let's talk about what makes the 1954 wheat penny so valuable. The first key factor is its condition. If a penny has been heavily circulated, showing wear and tear, it may not be worth much beyond its face value. However, if you come across an uncirculated coin with its original shine and minimal damage, its worth increases significantly. Collectors and investors seek out high-grade examples, and these command the highest prices in the market. Mint errors also play a crucial role in determining a coin's value. Some 1954 wheat pennies feature striking errors that make them extremely rare and desirable. One of the most sought-after errors is the double die obverse, where elements like the date and lettering appear slightly doubled due to a misalignment during minting. Other rare errors include off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and repunched mint marks. These mistakes make certain coins unique, significantly increasing their market value. So, how much could your 1954 wheat penny be worth? A regular circulated penny from this year may only be worth a few cents or a couple of dollars. But if you're lucky enough to own a high-grade, uncirculated version, or better yet, one with a rare mint error, it could fetch an extraordinary price. In fact, some of the rarest examples have been sold for an astonishing $50,000, yes, you heard that correctly. A simple penny, something you might have walked past on the street or found in an old jar, could be worth a small fortune. This is why checking your coins carefully is so important. Look at the date, mint mark, condition, and any possible errors. You might just have a hidden gem in your possession. Today, we have an exciting journey into the world of rare and valuable coins. We're talking about a coin that might be hiding in your collection, a simple yet historic piece of American currency, the 1957 Lincoln Wheat Penny with a mint mark. You won't believe how much this little coin can be worth in today's market, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why collectors are willing to pay big money for it. So, stay with us as we uncover the secrets of this incredible coin. The Lincoln Wheat Penny series is one of the most iconic and beloved coin series in American history. First introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, this series remained in circulation until 1958 before transitioning to the Lincoln Memorial design. By 1957, these pennies had already become a staple in daily transactions, but little did people know that certain ones would turn into highly sought-after collector's items in the years to come. Let's take a closer look at the design of this amazing coin. On the obverse, we see the enduring image of Abraham Lincoln, sculpted by Victor D. Brenner. Above his head, the words, "In God We Trust," are inscribed, symbolizing the nation's values. To the left, we find Liberty, and to the right, the year 1957, along with a mint mark just below it. If you see a D, that means the coin was struck at the Denver Mint, while an S indicates San Francisco. If there is no mint mark, then it was minted in Philadelphia. Flipping the coin over, we are greeted with the classic wheat ears on either side of the words 1 cent and United States of America. This design, which gives the coin its popular nickname, the Wheat Penny, was a tribute to America's agricultural strength. Above the wheat stalks, the Latin phrase, e pluribus unum, is featured, meaning, out of many, one, representing the unity of the nation. Now, let's talk about what makes the 1957 Wheat Penny so special and valuable. While millions of these pennies were minted, only a few remain in exceptional condition today. The condition of a coin, known as its grade, plays a massive role in determining its worth. A penny that has been heavily circulated, showing scratches and wear, might only be worth a few cents. However, if you find one in pristine, uncirculated condition with its original luster intact, you could be holding a rare and valuable treasure beyond condition. Mint errors are another key factor that can make a 1957 Wheat Penny extremely valuable. Some of the most sought-after errors include the double die obverse, where the lettering and numbers appear slightly doubled due to a striking misalignment. Other rare errors include repunched mint marks, off-center strikes, and clipped planchets. These unique imperfections make certain pennies rare, increasing their desirability among collectors. So, how much could your 1957 Wheat Penny be worth? A regular circulated penny from this year might fetch only a few cents or $1. However, if you have a high-grade, uncirculated version or one with a rare error, its value skyrockets. In fact, the rarest specimens of the 1957 Wheat Penny have been known to sell for an astonishing $52,000, that's right. A simple penny that was once part of everyday transactions could now be worth a life-changing amount of money. This is why it's so important to check your coins carefully. Look for the date, the mint mark, any special errors, and the overall condition. You never know when you might come across a true hidden gem. Today, we're diving deep into a special coin that could be sitting in your collection, hiding in a jar of old change, or tucked away in a forgotten drawer. We're talking about the 1950 Lincoln Wheat Penny with a mint mark, an extraordinary piece of American numismatic history. You won't believe how much some of these coins have sold for, so stay tuned as we uncover the fascinating details of this rare penny. The Lincoln Wheat Penny series holds a special place in the hearts of collectors. First introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, these pennies became a symbol of American resilience and history. By 1950, the series was nearing its final years before transitioning to the Lincoln Memorial design in 1959. Millions of these coins were minted, but only a select few have become incredibly valuable due to their condition, rarity, and unique minting errors. Let's take a closer look at this iconic penny's design. On the obverse, you'll find the unmistakable profile of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor D. Brenner. Above Lincoln's head, the phrase, "In God We Trust," is prominently displayed. To his left, the word "Liberty" stands tall, and to his right, the year 1950 is clearly stamped. If there is a small letter below the date, that's the mint mark indicating where the coin was produced. A D means it was struck in Denver, while an S means San Francisco. If there is no mint mark, the penny was minted in Philadelphia. Now, flipping the coin over, you'll see the classic wheat stalks on either side of the inscriptions, 1 cent and United States of America. This design is what gives the coin its nickname, the wheat penny. Above the text, you'll notice the Latin phrase, e pluribus unum, which means, out of many, one, symbolizing the unity of the nation. What makes the 1950 wheat penny so valuable? The first key factor is its condition. Coins that have been in circulation for decades, showing signs of wear and tear, may only be worth their face value or a few dollars. However, if you find a 1950 wheat penny in uncirculated condition, meaning it has retained its original shine and has little to no wear, it can be worth a significant amount of money. Another major factor that increases a penny's value is mint errors. Some of the most sought-after errors include double die obverse, where the lettering and numbers appear doubled due to a misalignment during striking. Other errors include off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and repunched mint marks. These unique flaws make a coin even rarer and more desirable to collectors. So, how much can a 1950 wheat penny with a mint mark be worth? While an average worn-out penny from this year might be worth only a few cents, a high-grade, well-preserved example or one with a rare mint error can fetch thousands of dollars. In fact, the most valuable 1950 wheat penny ever sold at auction reached an astonishing $54,000, that's right. A tiny coin that was once used in everyday transactions could now be worth a fortune. This is why checking your old coins is so important. Look at the date, the mint mark, the condition, and any special errors, because you never know when you might find a hidden treasure in your own pocket change. Today, we have an exciting topic that might just make you want to check your coin collection immediately. We're diving into one of the most iconic and sought-after pennies in American history, the 1944 Lincoln Wheat Penny with a mint mark. This little coin, often overlooked in spare change or coin jars, could be worth an astonishing amount of money. Stay with me until the end, because you won't believe how much the rarest versions of this penny have sold for. The Lincoln Wheat Penny series is one of the most beloved coin designs in the United States. First minted in 1909 to honor the great Abraham Lincoln, this penny became a part of everyday life for millions of Americans. The 1944 issue, in particular, holds a special place in the series, as it was minted during World War II, a time of great change, both in America and in coin production. Now, let's take a closer look at the design of this remarkable coin. On the obverse, you'll find the familiar and dignified profile of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor D. Brenner. Above Lincoln's head, the words, "In God We Trust," are proudly displayed. To the left, the word "Liberty" is clearly struck, and to the right, the year 1944 is stamped. Just below the year, you may notice a small letter. This is the mint mark. If you see a D, it means the coin was minted in Denver. If there's an S, it was struck in San Francisco. If no mint mark is present, then it came from the Philadelphia Mint. Flipping the coin over, you'll see the classic wheat ears on both sides of the design, giving the wheat penny its famous name. In the center, the words 1 cent and United States of America are clearly visible. Above, the Latin phrase e pluribus unum is written, which translates to out of many, one, a motto that represents the unity of the nation. Now, what makes the 1944 wheat penny so valuable? The first factor is its condition. Coins that have been in circulation for many years tend to show wear, scratches, and discoloration, which lowers their value. However, if you find a 1944 wheat penny in uncirculated condition, meaning it still has its original luster and no major signs of wear, it can be worth a significant sum. But what really makes certain 1944 pennies skyrocket in value are minting errors. During the war years, the U.S. Mint made several adjustments to coin compositions. In 1943, pennies were made from steel instead of copper due to metal shortages. But in 1944, the mint returned to copper, though some mistakes were made during the transition. Some of the most valuable errors include the 1944 steel penny. Though most 1944 pennies were struck in copper, a few steel planchets from the previous year were mistakenly used. These rare steel 1944 pennies are worth a fortune. Double die errors. This occurs when the design is stamped twice, creating a noticeable doubling effect on letters and numbers. Off-center strikes. A misaligned strike can lead to an off-center appearance, making the coin highly collectible. Repunched mint marks. This happens when a mint worker strikes the mint mark multiple times, creating a slight overlapping effect. So, how much can a 1944 wheat penny with a mint mark be worth? While a common worn example might only be worth a few cents, a high-grade, well-preserved specimen, or one with a rare minting error, can sell for thousands of dollars. In fact, the highest recorded auction price for a rare 1944 wheat penny reached an unbelievable $56,000, that's right. A simple penny, once used for everyday transactions, could now be worth a life-changing amount of money. This is why checking your old coins is so important. You never know, you might be holding a hidden treasure in your hands. If you enjoyed this video and found it informative, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on more valuable coin discoveries. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy collecting.